Hey everyone, today we will learn about how to sound classy in English. First chapter is use positive and constructive language. A classy person avoids complaining or gossiping in a conversation. They maintain a positive or neutral tone even when showing criticism. Rather than saying the food is terrible, you might say this isn't quite what I expected, but I appreciate the effort. You see, this approach reframes the negativity without sounding harsh. The meaning of classy word is not just carrying or wearing expensive things. Staying calm, composed, and thoughtful, even when things don't go your way, is the real meaning of being elegant and classy. Now, here comes the chapter 2, which is choose polite and formal words. Instead of saying the old OG slang, what's up? When greeting someone, especially at a business event, say, good evening, how are you? Or it's pleasure to meet you. Always remember, a polished language gives an impression of respect and thoughtfulness, making you sound more sophisticated. Or we can say, like, hey, can I get this? No. A classy alternative would be, excuse me, may I please have this? Instead of saying, I'm good, thanks. A classy alternative would be, I'm doing well, thank you. How about yourself? I don't know if Gen Z and Alpha Gang would be able to understand this or not, but this is always that polite and formal words conveys respect and thoughtfulness. Here we come to the third chapter, which is speak with articulation and pace. Classy speakers always take their time to articulate words and they speak at a steady pace to avoid rushing or mumbling. I'll explain you with an example. When introducing yourself in a group, rather than a rushed way of saying, hi, I am John, nice to meet you all. What about a well-placed introduction? Good evening everyone, I am John. It's pleasure to be here. Speaking clearly not only makes you understandable, but also gives an idea that you are confident and composed. You might have noticed among your friends that who speak in a fast tone, they often speak in a mumbling way, like I'm not really sure about that, because they are rushing to convey their idea, but it's not the right way. A classy alternative would be, I am not entirely sure about that, but let me find out. A clear, confident articulation. So you just have to take your time, use pause effectively, and listen to yourself. Now is the time for chapter 4. Mind your tone of voice. I have explained this a lot that your tone reflects your mood and personality. A refined tone is calm, warm, and respectful, avoiding extremes like shouting or winning. In a meeting, when you're agitated but you have to sound calm and composed. How to do that? Let me explain. Whenever you have to disagree, you have to use this sentence. I see your point, but I think we could approach this differently. See, by using this, nobody is getting offended and you're also being calm and composed. Here comes the chapter 5, which is use proper grammar and sentence structure. A good grammar is a fundamental to sounding polished. Avoiding common grammatical mistakes helps you maintain a sophisticated image. So just instead of saying me and him went to the store, just say he and I went to the store. And if you guys want to learn grammar in depth, let me know in the comments, and I love reading your comments. Just provide me with suggestions, what topic you want next. Whatever you want, I'm sure I'll make a video on that. Making simple grammatical mistakes breaks the flow of your speech, while polished grammar makes you sound professional. Now all about speaking. What about listening? Here we come to the 6th chapter, which is practice thoughtful listening. Classy speakers listen carefully and respond thoughtfully. They give others the space to speak and acknowledge their points before jumping in. During a conversation, instead of interrupting, you might note to show that you're listening. Then just say after they are being stopped, naturally. I see your perspective, but I think, then just say your point. But without being harsh, as I told you earlier. Thoughtful listening shows respect for the other person, and engaging meaningfully makes you seem more considerate. Here we come to the seventh chapter, which is show manners in everyday situations. I always stress on this point that how you behave in public speaks volume. And we can absolutely achieve this by like holding doors for others, saying thank you and excuse me, or even offering help reflect class. When entering a room, instead of pushing past people, politely say excuse me and then wait for them to move. Showing simple courtesy can make you stand out as someone with grace and refinement, both in speech and behavior. Where are you going? We are left with the last chapter and the most interesting one, which is avoid complicating conversations. Classy speakers are clear and concise. Just avoid long winded and overly complicated sentences that might lose your listener's attention. If someone just asks you how your weekend was, instead of telling them what you did in the morning, evening, and then in the night, what you ate, instead of a lengthy story, you might say it was wonderful. I had a chance to relax and catch up with friends. So simply, don't just go into details. Trust me. Simple and clear communication shows that you're confident and that you respect the time and attention of others. That's all for today, guys. I hope that you learned something from this video. And do comment as well which tip was your favorite. And I just love reading your comments. And also let me know in the comments what topics would you like me to cover in the next video. See you in the next one. Bye.